and welcome to another episode of the Marco Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Modco Podcast. Today's episode is just going to be a quick one. I am just coming back from vacation, and I had a whole nother episode planned for today, but I did not get a chance to record it. And so I just would not have a chance to record it and edit it in time for it to come out on Wednesday. So I'm just going to give you a couple of quick entrepreneur tips today. And just a heads up, this episode will not be edited. So please excuse any hiccups or anything along the way that you may hear. And this episode will also not be as long as it normally is. So we're coming close to the end of the year, fourth quarter. And most people look at this as like their go time. Like this is when I just have to kick it into high gear. But fourth quarter should actually be more of a time that you're relaxing and that you're reflecting on the things that you have done for the year, the things that have worked, the things that have not worked, things that you would like to carry over into the new year, and then also just things that you would like to do in the new year as well. And one thing that I have realized in the time that I've been on this entrepreneur journey is that I did not have God first in my business. And so that is my main thing that I am working on right now, is just putting God first and keeping God first, and just taking the stressor off myself of trying to figure out everything and feeling like I need to have everything done immediately, because I know that was one of my main issues, is that as soon as an idea would pop in my head, I'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, I have to have this idea implemented by the end of the day today. If not, somebody else is going to take off with it and they're just going to make it great. And it was my idea. But I've just finally learned that there's something out there for everyone. And even though you may be doing the same thing as someone else, you're not doing the exact same thing as them. So put God first in your business plan. And for these last couple of months of the year, just take some time to reflect. Like, obviously, don't stop working your business and don't stop doing things to make income in your business and to have your business grow. But also use this time to just really sit down and reflect. Update your business plan. Like, that's something that you should be looking at a couple of times a year, just to make sure that you're on track, to see if there's anything that needs to be tweaked from what your original plan is. And again, one thing that I will say, if he was not in your original business plan, put God in your business plan now. That should be the first step in your plan. And then from there, just reflect back. Like, if something didn't work, take a minute to think about why it didn't work. Was it not the right time for it to be out? Did you not have the right audience for it? Did you rush it too soon? What about it didn't work? And is it something that you can maybe bring back again? You just need to tweak some things about it? Or is it just something that you just need to completely forget? Make sure you look at what did work. Okay, why did it work? Is it just a one-time thingy? Was this a seasonal thing, or is this something that you can implement into your everyday business? Take the time to look at what other goals you have. And if you haven't met your goals, take a look at why you haven't met your goals. What happened what happened that caused you not to meet your goals? Because in order to meet your goals, you have to start at the bottom and you have to work your way to it. So did you skip a step? Did you overlook something? Did you forget to do something to help you to reach that goal? So just take a look back to see what prevented you from reaching your goal, and think about what your new goals may be. Think about the things that you want to accomplish in 2024 for your business, because 2024 will be here before we know it. And at the beginning of the year is not the time to try to sit there and figure out what you want to do. When the beginning of the year rolls around, you should already have at least your first quarter of next year planned out. So get to planning, get to checking things off, get to reflecting, writing things down, making new goals, tweaking goals, adding God to your business plan, tweaking your business plan, figuring out what works for you. And just remember that your only competition is you. You should only strive to be better than you were the day before. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing and how their business is going and how they seem to go from nothing to something overnight. That is not your concern. That is not your business. Mind the business that pays you, and everything will be fine. That's something else. Right quick before I go, I just want to say, let's mind the business that pays us. Let's not worry about what so-and-so has going on in their business and how so-and-so went from making $0 to making $50,000 overnight. That's not your issue. That's not your concern. Your concern is your business and the task that God has given you and placed on you. So that's what you need to focus on. All right. I will catch you all again on Sunday or either next Wednesday for another episode. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And also, I now have an email list. To get added to the email list, there's a quick little survey that you do just to tell me what you like about the podcast, what you don't like about the podcast, so I can keep bringing you content that you love and that you want to listen to. And then at the end of it, you can sign up for my email list. And by being a part of the email list, you will get to give me show topics, things that you would want to hear about on the show. If there's someone who you think would be a great fit for the show, you can tell me that as well. You can send me questions. So I will link it in the show notes. And please take a moment to complete the survey and sign up for my email list. All right, I'll talk to you all next week. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please share the episode with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, and review. 5-star ratings and reviews helps the G.L.O.E podcast get on other shows' recommendation lists and helps new listeners to find me. Your 5-star review may be read on an episode. Also, if you would like to support this podcast, you can do so by clicking the link in the show notes. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening. Please make sure to follow and rate the podcast whenever you listen.